What's up, CJ's Keto Kitchen family? This is CJ.
And Sarah.
It's a Wednesday, and that means it's time for another Keto
Conversations.
So let's get started. Alright, so we're back with what are we calling this? Amazon favorites or something?
Yeah, we've done them a couple of times in the past, but Prime Day is coming up next week.
Yeah, so if you've been in a cave and...
if you don't give all your money to Jeff Bezos...
Or under a rock. Well, no, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, because we've been seeing ads on,
they're advertising
on TV about it. So,
crazy.
I was going to say, if you have been,
not watching TV.
Not watching TV...
Not listening to the radio.
It's all over, Amazon Prime Day is coming. So and if you don't know what Prime Day is, it's a 2-day event where they have a lot of stuff on.
So it's not really Prime Day, that's kind
sale.
Of a misnomer. It's actually days.
It's Prime
2 days.
It's 2
48
days.
hours.
And that's coming. I guess we can put when that is in the description or maybe even across the screen. And we also haven't done one of these videos in quite some time. So, and I think somebody actually...
We've had a couple of requests.
a couple of requests about it because people have been going through some of our older videos. And I think it's probably been over a year since we've done one. We use Amazon for a lot of things. And I think I can probably think of anything in our house that we can probably get from Amazon. I mean, as I'm sitting here doing this video, I'm looking at a pantry that's over here. You can't see it. We need it. It was something used from Habitat for Humanity. The hinges were broke. Where did I get them from? I tried to go to the big box home stores. Where did I get the ones that worked? Got them from Amazon. Yeah. Looking at our door, I've gotten door trim from Amazon. So I've gotten just about everything. And that's stuff you may not even think of when you think about Amazon. Amazon started just selling books. Well, those days are long gone. They still sell books. But they sell everything else as well. So
we're not going to show you everything we've purchased from Amazon in the last year. We're basically going to focus on a few things that we have purchased recently that we've been enjoying.
Yes, and we also have, and I think this is linked in our video description every week, but we have an Amazon favorite store that we try to keep up to date when we purchase new things, and I'm pretty sure that it's up to date now because we're doing this video.
Right.
So
if I use something in a recipe, or if we talk about something, it's linked there. So if you ever need, I really liked whatever you used, whether it's a seasoning or a flavoring or a tool or whatever it is, it will be linked.
And I will say that we are Amazon Prime members. So if you don't know what Amazon Prime is, it's a yearly membership that you pay for. $119. Which actually sounds like it's a lot, but you get a lot with that. You get free shipping. So most of the time when we get something, we get it within 2 days, 1 to 2 days, sometimes even earlier. Sometimes we order stuff and they'll say, you can get this the same day. And it shows, it shows up. Now, and I also have to say we live in a pretty urban area where there's...
And we do live in Washington State where Amazon is headquartered.
Yeah, but Amazon is also all over the country.
I mean,
there's Amazon warehouses everywhere across the country. So anyway, we are Amazon Prime members. So we do pay that fee. But it also includes things like Prime TV. Mm-hmm. That's where you can watch current movies. A lot of them are free. Some of them you can rent. So when a newer movie comes out, it's available on Prime. And so there's a lot of benefits to it. Because we buy so much stuff, we know that we get our money's worth out of the Prime membership because we do buy a lot of stuff. And not only do we buy a lot of stuff for personally, but we buy a lot of stuff for YouTube, and I think that's where you were going. So.
Yep, and everything that we're going to be talking about today has multiple uses, not just for us personally, but also business related.
Yeah, so we buy, and even as we're making this video, I'm looking at a tripod that this camera's sitting on. It came from Amazon. Why did it come from Amazon? Amazon, because the price was very good, and that's one of the main reasons I think. One, it's convenient, but it's also, we do find that we get some good deals on
Even
Amazon.
availability is an issue sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, there are some things that I really enjoy using, cooking wise. Things like my favorite brown sugar alternative is Sucre and Gold. I can't find that where I live.
Yeah, we can't find it in our stores.
But I can get it on Amazon and it's a reasonable price.
Yes.
So some things like that, I just find it easier to order on Amazon.
Yeah, and back in the old days of keto, when we first started, when almond flour was like this weird
magic fairy dust
fairy stuff that you
couldn't
get.
find. You had to grind your own.
We could find it on Amazon, no problem. Now, you know, we can go to Costco. We want to get their brand.
Walmart, I mean, it's everywhere.
But when we first started keto, a lot of the products that we needed to do keto, we were getting them from Amazon.
Right.
So, all right, I've been talking a lot.
That's okay.
So
I'm going to start with a couple of kitchen items that I have been enjoying recently. So the first set of things here are my hot mitts, my oven mitts. If you watch our videos, you probably have seen me with my lobster claws. What I really enjoy about these is that they're a hybrid of an actual oven mitt. So they have the cloth on the bottom and on the inside. But on the outside of the actual handheld part is silicone. So they're very heat resistant, which for me, you know, is ideal because it covers so much of my arm when I have it on. It allows me to get, because I make a lot of casseroles, I'm the casserole queen, you need a lot of covered space when you're taking things out of the oven. So they're washable. Not only can you wash the cloth part, but you can also just wash the silicone part in the sink. So if you get grease or something on there, it just wipes right off. So I've really been enjoying those. Then the other thing is, I have a funny story about these. I love Scandinavian whisks. They are so wonderful for whisking eggs. Also, my children like them for making things like tomato soup, anything that's condensed that needs to be. I don't often use these on camera. I did with the popsicle recipe because I whisked my Jell-O with this, but they can be a bit noisy at times.
So she's not allowed.
It's not an authorized utensil.
Right.
But on my downtime away from YouTube, when I'm cooking for myself or for my family, I use them all the time. And these are a Scandinavian whisk. So this last time, this was about 2 weeks ago, I went ahead, because I had the one and I wanted another one, so I ordered a set off of Amazon, and it came with 2 of the flat Scandinavian whisks, and then it came with this one, with this guy. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. What's so special about this? I'm like, okay, so do you use it like a whisk like you do these guys? And then I was like, well, there's something wrong with it because it's really loose. It took me a little while to figure out what to do with this one, and I'm going to show you. So, what this guy is basically a self-powered whisk. So you just push it down, and voila, it whisks. Just like your old-fashioned beaters, remember that your grandma used to have where you turn the crank? But this is even faster and smoother. And I'm having so much fun with it.
Yeah. And then, so when Sarah was talking, so one of the things we also like about Amazon is for probably 99% of the stuff, you can return it without an issue.
Right, if you don't like it, like I just returned 2 spatulas yesterday because I'm very spatula particular.
Yeah.
And I did not meld with them, and so they went back. And it's no questions asked. It gets credited to your account.
And so, now I did say 99% because every once in a while you run into a product where they,
food. I think sometimes food. You know, they won't.
But not food. But I'm talking about every once in a while I'll run into a product where they want to charge you basically a fee for.
Like they take off a percentage.
They take off a percentage, but that is so. So rare.
Yes. So rare.
So when I say 99%, it's probably like 99.58%
no questions
stuff
asked.
And a lot of times you can just, at least where we live, you can just drop it off at the UPS store or other
sometimes
places
there's,
that they have
yeah.
deals with. You don't even have to have it in a box a lot of times.
Nope.
They will do it, and then a lot of times by the time you get home, you already got your refund.
Right.
Because they've got it, they've scanned it. They see that it's on the way back to them.
It's all computerized,
and you get your money back. So that's another reason that
easy
we
returns.
Like shopping.
Yes.
With Amazon.
So, seasonings. Yes, you can find seasonings locally a lot of times. Sometimes I can find the Kinder Buttery Steakhouse, which is one of our very favorites. You can sometimes find it at Costco, but not always. And sometimes it can be difficult to find it locally in your traditional grocery store. And if you do, sometimes it can be in a smaller amount. So that is another reason why I like to buy seasonings on Amazon. This one is also one of my very favorites that I talk about a lot in my recipes. This is so much a favorite for me that I actually bought this for my son and daughter-in-law for Christmas. I just love it. It's made here, where we live. It is made in the town we live in, but it is still a better deal to buy it on Amazon. So a lot of times I buy my seasonings on Amazon. So to me, it's a great thing to buy.
And you might not think of it, but a lot of times if you look at our recipes, there's links to different things, and they're linked to products on Amazon. So again, as Sarah said, these seasonings, because it just depends. Because a lot of you guys live in rural areas. And going to town can be far away, and so it could be an option depending on how you shop.
My sister lives in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and they get Amazon. They need it, they get Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
and you talk about Amazon shoppers, then they shop a lot at Amazon. I mean, we have one truck that comes to our house. They have like a semi that comes to their house probably every other day. So anyway, what else?
Okay. So next I'm going to talk about some appliances that I have been in love with. For the one I'm going to talk about next is probably my very favorite kitchen tool. So this is Big Red. This is my air fryer. And yes, it's a beast, but I absolutely love it. I have had this for about a year now. So, and I got the large air fryer size. This is the 5.8 quart, and I got red because I love red. But I use this weekly, and we live in a very small house. Our house is incredibly small. It's a bungalow, but I keep this on top of my refrigerator, so I make room for it. So yes, it does take up some real estate in our tiny kitchen, but to me it's worth it because I can do batch cooking. Because right now we're a family of 5, and so I can do 6 drumsticks in here at a time. So to me, this is super economical. And if you live somewhere where the temperatures are very warm right now, this is another good product to have, because it's not going to heat up your house in the same way that an oven would, but it's going to give you the same texture and taste to your food as if you crisp things up in the oven. So I love my air fryer, highly recommend. And this brand has over 16,000 4.5 star reviews on Amazon. So, and it does come in black and other colors. So this is an ideal time to purchase one of these.
Right. Now we started off talking about Prime Day. We have no idea what's going to be on sale on Prime Day. But I do know that, so we were just, as we were preparing for this video, we can see some things, and like, so for example, and I'm not going to show anything, but for the stuff we have to do for YouTube and use for YouTube. So as I'm sitting here talking to you, there's a camera, there's a tripod, there's a microphone, there's a monitor on top of the camera. All of that stuff came from Amazon. The reason it came from Amazon is because the price was the price was the best that I could find for the products that I needed.
Because you'd have to go to a specialty store probably
to get some of this stuff. So, and again, it was the majority of that stuff was within 2 days, and so again, all the stuff that we've used to start our YouTube channel and keep it going, and even as we try to do new things, we get it from Amazon, and you would be surprised of all the things that are available. So if you're thinking about a YouTube channel or a podcast or something to that effect, check on Amazon because they have products you need. And I think on Prime Day you'll actually probably find some of those types of items for those types of things.
Electronics are usually pretty standard for Prime Day for sales. So.
Yes.
So the next thing is pretty new to me. This was actually a Mother's Day present from CJ. And if you don't know what this is, it's a Sodastream. So it makes carbonated beverages. So it comes with the bottles and you fill them up with water, and then it has a CO2 cartridge. So there's no electricity or anything. Everything is just done here at the top. You push the button and the CO2 goes into your bottle of water. And of course there are flavorings that you can add, both like club soda flavorings and also regular soda flavorings, and they do make diet ones.
Yes, it is.
I use this myself just for carbonated water. I'm a clean faster, and so when I'm fasting, I do alternate day fasting. When I do that, I drink black coffee and carbonated water, and that's basically all I do. So this facilitates me in being able to have carbonated water on demand. And I like aggressive carbonation. So this allows me to control how carbonated my water is, which is really wonderful. And of course, with all the girls home now for the summer, the kids have decided that they wanted to participate in using this as well. So this has been an essential for us, especially lately.
Yeah, and the kit that we bought came with 2 bottles. I think it came with 2 CO2 canisters. And you can get the CO2 canisters it's not refilled, it's like swapped out, I think.
Yeah.
At stores like
Target, Walmart. Yeah, you just take them to customer service and you pay half the money, and they change it out for you, almost like propane tanks. So yeah, so that's a good way to save on the cost of cartridges if you didn't know. So the next thing I want to talk about are some of my pans. So, oh my goodness, they're so heavy, but so worth it. So the first thing is my set of cast iron, and if you have been with our channel for any length of time, even a couple of weeks, I recently made something in my cast iron skillet. I use these all the time. I made my breakfast pizza, which is one of our more current recipes, using a cast iron skillet, and I got a set of 3 on Amazon, and they're not cost prohibitive at all. And the thing about cast iron is, once you learn how to take care of them, some people have cast iron from their grandmothers, their great grandmothers. I mean, they can last indefinitely, and they're very heavy. But what's wonderful about cast iron is that it conducts heat very well. It holds on to heat. So it provides a nice even heat for a lot of foods, so it can give you a nice crust especially. So I absolutely love my cast iron. I got mine from Amazon. I also got the silicone handle that the large one has on it right now. That's also from Amazon. So it's definitely a good place to find high quality cast iron. These are actually Lodge, so that's one of the best that you can get, but it's still a very reasonable price. So, and then this guy is actually a carbon steel. So carbon steel is basically if cast iron and stainless steel had a baby. So carbon steel is what is used in a lot of Asian cooking and Asian cuisine. It's almost like a wok, only in a skillet style. And CJ actually had this one made for me for Christmas. But the exact same pan is also available on Amazon. And what I really like about it is you can take this up extremely high. So I actually use this pan when we make steaks, because I sear my steaks in this, and it provides a crust that you just have a hard time getting any other way. So I highly recommend also the carbon steel, and it has a similar care as the cast iron. So it's quite easy once you get the hang of it.
And when Sarah says I had it made, I had it engraved. I didn't have the pan made.
To me, I had it made.
Yeah, I had it engraved.
Forged. He went somewhere and had
that's
blacksmiths make it for me. That's love, right?
That's what I did, sure.
Do you want to talk about a couple of your things?
All right, so I guess as we start wrapping this up. We don't want to be here all night.
We could talk all night. Well, I could. I don't know about CJ.
So, one of the... I don't remember what you got this from. I remember...
It was for our anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is if you don't know what this is a Ridge wallet. And so basically this is, the principle here is, and this is going to come out before Father's Day. I'm not sure if you can get it before Father's Day. I guess it depends on when you order it. But, so this is how it looks. It's just
it's made out of titanium, right?
Yeah, this is made out of titanium. They have other materials. And basically it's to replace, your bulky wallet. So a lot of men have super bulky wallets. This is to replace that. My debit cards and credit cards just slip in, and it's just fits right into my pocket.
Thinner.
It's thinner. The only thing that I had to get used to is if you actually carry cash, you have to. There's nowhere inside to put the cash, or you could, but they come with, now this one came with the strap, a money strap, but they also have another version that you can buy where it's a clip, and a money clip, and it's really secure. I don't have any concern about my money falling out. I don't have any concern about my cards falling out. Although I will say that if you have too many cards, it does start to get a little bit looser. But I love this thing because it is so small compared to the big wallet I used to carry around like that.
Well, I know some people actually will have like hip problems if they sit down a lot and they have a wallet on one side. So
yeah. So this was again something Sarah got for me for anniversary. I didn't realize that she had gotten it from Amazon until we were talking about this.
Like, do you want to talk about your wallet?
Yeah,
you got that from Amazon?
I didn't know where it came from.
Yep.
So
yes, I did.
So we got that off of Amazon. And Ridge also has their own website, but it may have been a better deal on Amazon. I don't know.
I think you get it sooner probably, because
Yes.
that's the thing about Prime is it usually takes a day or two versus however long it would take shipping from the company.
That's a good point. That's a good point, because I just bought something for this wallet, or this Ridge wallet. I bought it from the company, and it took like 7 days.
You bought another accessory, and
it took like 7 days.
It wasn't 2 days. It wasn't Prime.
If I'd have known she bought it off of Amazon, I would have bought the accessory off of Amazon. And then the last thing I want to show is this scale. This is a new smart scale that I have. What is that? Ectic City?
Yep, Ectic City.
Ectic City. So this is one of those scales where it's got sensors so once you step on this, it will give you your body fat, it'll give you your percentage of water in your body. It will tell you everything that you need to know about your body. In fact, sometimes it's a little bit irritating.
You don't want to know that much about your body.
It gives you so much information. But one of the cool features is that it will talk to your smartphone.
So it's got Bluetooth?
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you have an Apple Watch, you can have it sync with information from the scale to your watch. If you're using Carb Manager, you can have it, you get on the scale, open up the app on your phone, bam, it'll feed it to the app that comes with the scale, but it'll also feed it into all these other apps you might be using for your health and to track your weight. So that's something that we just got probably, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months ago, and I like it. I don't get on the scale all the time, but I do like that scale, and it's been really pretty reliable so far. So that is
Our favorite things.
That's some
Right
of
now.
our favorite things. Again, check out Prime Day if you're interested. We'll put the dates in the video description. Well, also one of the things in closing that I want to mention also is Audible.com. So if you don't know what Audible.com is, it is actually an Amazon company, and we will have a link for that in the description. But Audible is a place where you can get audio books, and I've been an Audible customer before Amazon bought Audible. I can't remember when that happened, But I've been using Audible for books before I think when you were a baby somewhere, I was probably using Audible.
I'm so young.
And it's, sometimes it's easier for me to listen to books versus reading books. Not that there's anything, I like reading books, but sometimes it's just easier if I can listen to a book. When I had to commute to work, I could pop in, not pop in like a CD, but
so when you're doing something else,
yes, you can listen to books. And I'm not talking about old books that nobody wants to listen to. I'm talking about new books that are coming out, current books that everybody's listening to or reading. A lot of times they're available on Audible, sometimes right when the book comes out. And if not, they may come out a few weeks later, the audio version of it. So if you're interested in books, audible.com is a good service. They also have podcasts now. And so I just mentioned that because, again, it's a good service. It's extra on top of Prime. I think it's $17 a month. And I get credits every month for that $17. But sometimes that's cheaper than purchasing, because even the audiobooks can cost $20.
Right.
So if I have credits, I can just spend a credit. And so if you're a person who really likes to read or listen to books and you're not doing Audible, check it out. I believe the link that we're going to put in the video description, you get a free trial with it. So look for that and give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. So that is our keto conversation for this week. These are some of our Amazon favorites. We hope that you enjoyed this. If you got things that you like on Amazon, I guess you can let us know about it. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We'd love to have you as part of our keto family. We don't do this kind of stuff every week on Wednesdays. Sometimes we actually do talk about keto relevant topics. Every Sunday we do new recipes, but again, the only way you'll know about that is if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We'd love to have you here, and we hope that you have a great rest of the week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace.